Okay, now, going to take a break, but let me set up what's coming since Obama has finished with the announcement that we're propping up yet another dictatorship in this hemisphere. Yesterday, I reacted to the news. Jeb Bush had decided to seek an exploratory committee examination of whether I should run for the presidency, the Republican nomination 2016. My reaction to this, and you heard it on this program, and there was nothing extreme about it, nothing erratic about it, nothing fanatical about it. It was delivered in reasoned conversational tone and tenor. And yet, the CBS Evening News, Limbaugh fumed over Jeb Bush. Mark Halperin and John Heilemann, Limbaugh up in arms over Jeb Bush. And then they claim that Republican elites are delighted to see Jeb attacked by me, because that means Jeb's an instant shoo-in. That sounds like what the Democrats say, but this is being attributed to Republican elite. I can remember when not long ago I was an honorary member of the freshman class. And now I'm enemy number one. Anyway, folks, I've got the perfect ticket. I have the perfect presidential ticket for 2016. And before this hour is over, you will know what it is. I have some sound bites of Obama's announcing of the changes here in our relations with Cuba. And I'll get to that in due course. You pretty much know it all. The only thing you haven't heard is, Obama in his own words. Let's now get to the hubbub, if you will, that occurred in the drive-by media in a reaction to my reaction to Jeb Bush saying yesterday that he was going to form an exploratory committee. We'll first start with the CBS Evening News. Scott Pelley is the anchor, but the soundbite doesn't feature Pelley. I guess he handed it off or passed it off to reporter Nancy Cordes. And this is her report about Jeb announcing that he is formally exploring a run for the presidency.
It was no surprise when the knives came out today from both sides. On the right, Rush Limbaugh fumed about Bush's moderate positions on immigration and education.
He's not going to pander to the Tea Party. Nope. He's not going to pander to conservatives. He's going to show that you can win the Republican Party nomination without securing the base. Stop
GOP
the tape.
Sources tell us.
Stop the tape. Did I fume? Did I say anything about education there? Did I say anything about immigration there? Let me review what they quote me here as saying. The audio soundbite. I did say this. I mean, it was me. He's not going to pander to the Tea Party. Nope. He's not going to pander to conservatives. He's going to show you can win the nomination without securing the base. That was fuming. That was nothing but factual. I'm simply repeating what Jeb himself has been telling these people at the CEO conference he attended, put on by the Wall Street Journal. I'm just quoting Jeb. I'm not fuming. I'm fuming now. But I wasn't fuming yesterday. This is fuming. Yeah, it's also, knives had come out. Exactly right. The knives had come out. I don't have a knife here, verbal or otherwise. But that's not, go to the next soundbite. That's not the, let's see, yeah, go ahead and play. Never mind, don't need her clothes. Go to soundbite 2. There's a new show now, not the CBS News. This comes from Bloomberg TV's, which means nobody saw it. With all due respect, co-host John Heilemann, who co-hosts the show with his buddy Mark Halperin. And here is their take, essentially that El Rushbo, was up in arms over Jeb's announcement.
Rush Limbaugh. Here's an edited version of his hot take today.
Jeb Bush is out telling donors, potential donors, CEOs, and the like, that he is not going to compromise his principles, like others have, in order to get the nomination. Meaning he's not going to pander to the Tea Party. Nope. He's not going to pander to conservatives. He's going to show that you can win the Republican Party nomination without securing the base. Their wildest dream is to render the Tea Party conservatives an irrelevant factor. Okay. Whereas I up in arms there, Was I fuming? Was I angry? It seems, once again, pretty damn right on factual to me. But I don't know how you get up in arms. Now, I know the point here is, folks, what is happening? I find this, and you'll hear it in the next soundbite. What's happening here? You know how the Democrats use me to fundraise, and the Democrats, misappropriate all kinds of things to me that I never say, just to tick off their own base. There is a belief out there that you, as a public figure, a candidate or a politician, you can achieve credibility by having Rush Limbaugh disagree with you, because the theory goes Rush Limbaugh is so hated, Rush Limbaugh is so reviled, Rush Limbaugh is so yuck, that when Limbaugh attacks you, it's the best thing can happen to you. Well, the change is the Republicans are starting to say this now, as you will hear in the next bite. And this is Heilemann continuing, and Halperin will have a voice in this one, too.
We've got an exploratory committee here. We've got Rush up in arms. This was Jeb's first move. What are his next moves?
The Rush Limbaugh thing, most people who are thinking of supporting Jeb Bush in the elite class are delighted to see him attacked by Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, it's delighted. So the elites, okay, who are the elites? Well, that would mean the money men, the chamber, big donors, the Republican consultants, maybe the Republican congressional leadership. They're just happy as can be and I didn't even attack. All I'm doing is reacting, which is what I always do. React to what Jeb said, and I merely added meaning to what he was saying, because he is speaking in circles. He's not going to come out and say that he's going to win this nomination despite the Tea Party. I am telling people what he means by virtue of what he's saying. And for this, I'm in fumes, I'm up in arms, and now they want you to believe that the Republican elite couldn't be happier. The best thing for Jeb Bush is for Rush Limbaugh to be up in arms. It wasn't that long ago I was a featured frequent guest at Republican White Houses. It wasn't that long ago that I was honorary member of the freshman class. It wasn't that long ago that I was the titular head of the Republican Party. 2009 going into 2010, I was prominent, important. One day I was an entertainer. The next day I was the leader. We have a ban on MSNBC, but Chris Matthews got even onto this at MSNBC last night. What his theory is? His theory is that I want the Republicans to lose so that there will... his theory is that I'm running a conspiracy theory, that I'm actually doing things to engineer Republican defeats because I want Democrats in the White House to further my ratings, that I can only succeed if I've got something to complain about. And I can't complain with Republicans in there, so I want Democrats to win. So in other words, Chris Matthews is telling his guests that I am lying. Everything I tell you all that I deeply care about and deeply want for America, for our country, for our people, I'm lying to you. No, I don't want any of that. I want the country to continue to plummet into the deepest, darkest, dankest depths of despair. I don't care because all I care about is my ratings. And according to that idiot, the only way I can get ratings is if there are Democrats in the White House that I can attack. So here you have three different examples of the drive-by media, all on the same page in the soap opera. CBS, this Bloomberg thing with Heilemann and what's his name, Halperin, and then the lunatic over at MSNBC. And no matter where you go, Democrat media, Republican media, the biggest badge of honor in America today, the biggest sign that you're doing something right, the biggest success event in your life is to have me up in arms or fuming over you. My parents, folks, my parents would not believe my life. They would not believe.